The IRS is the absolute worst organization to owe money to. We once had a client that owed the IRS quite a bit of money. The IRS wasn't too happy about being owed money, and they decided to take some action against the client. And the day before Christmas, they went into this client's bank accounts and pretty much cleaned them all out. It was egregious by the IRS, and they overstepped their bounds. I had to call them and get somebody on the phone to get the issue resolved. But nevertheless, that's the power that the IRS has. If you owe the IRS money, they basically have the power to do at least 3 or 4 things. Number one, they'll put liens on your property, which means if you own a house or other types of property, they'll put a lien on it so that if you were to go and sell that property, some of the funds would go to the IRS. So if you sold, say, your home or a rental property or some other type of property, there would be a lien on it. And so instead of those funds going to you when that property closes, they would go to the IRS to satisfy any tax that you have due with the IRS. So they can lien your property, they can levy it, like those bank accounts. That was a levy where they just go in and clean out a bank account or take whatever taxes due out of that bank account. We've seen that happen several times with clients, unfortunately. And then the final thing they can do is just seize your property. If you owe a lot of tax to the IRS and you're just not satisfying that, if they've levied your bank accounts and cleaned those out and they can't find any more and they still need to satisfy that debt, they can just come and seize property. They can seize vehicles, they can seize homes, they can seize anything that you own that way. Unfortunately, the IRS has this really crazy power that on behalf of the government, they can come and collect anything that you own to try to satisfy that debt. So if you owe money to the IRS, I'd try to pay that off as quickly as you can. If you can get a loan and to cover that, even better, because a bank typically doesn't have as much power as the IRS to come in and seize and lien and levy your assets that way. And so just be aware of the power that the IRS has there. And if you're looking for more tax tips and ways to save money or help with taxes, hit the subscribe button below, and you can go to taxtutor.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter.